Quit being the slave of narcissists. That's the title of this video. There is a kind of slavery that does not use chains. No ropes, no cages, no prison walls. Yet it holds people tighter than iron. This is the slavery of emotional control, the quiet domination of a narcissist. A narcissist does not need to lock you in a room. They lock your mind, they control your emotions, they make you doubt yourself. Slowly, gentle, dangerously. At first, it feels like love, then it becomes confusion, then exhaustion, then dependence. And before you know it, you are no longer living your life, you are managing theirs. There's an African proverb that says, the child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. The narcissist burns everything around them, and you become the one trying to put out the fire. So, how the trap begins. No one wakes up and chooses to be controlled. It starts sweet. The narcissist studies you like a book. They learn your dreams, your fears, your weaknesses, and your kindness. Then they use all of it. They love you intensely at first. They praise you, admire you, and make you feel special. Then you think, finally someone sees me. But what they are really doing is this. They are building a cage around your heart with your own desires. Not everyone who smiles at you is happy for you. So once you are emotionally attached, the change begins. The warmth fades, the criticism starts. The confusion grows, and you start working harder just to get back the love that was never real. Narcissists keep you in a constant state of crisis. One day everything is fine, the next day everything is a problem. You are always explaining yourself, defending yourself, apologizing, trying to fix things. You are always tired because peace is dangerous to a narcissist. When there is peace, you can think. When you think, you can see. And when you see, you might live. So they create storms. There's an African proverb that says, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. But in this case, the narcissist is not training you. They are drowning you. Slowly something begins to disappear. Not loudly, not suddenly, but quietly. You stop doing what you love. You stop speaking freely. You start second-guessing everything. You begin to ask, am I the problem? Am I too sensitive? Maybe I am overthinking. No, you are being conditioned. There's a man who once tied a young elephant to a small rope. The elephant tried to break free but failed. Years later, the fully grown elephant could easily snap the rope, but it never tried again. Why? Because it believed it was still powerless. That is what a narcissist does to you. They train your mind to stay even when you are strong enough to leave. A slave does not choose their life, and a narcissist, neither do you. Your mood depends on them. Your peace depends on them. Your worth feels tied to their approval. You become hyper alert, always anxious, always trying to keep the peace. But here is the truth. You are not keeping the peace. You are feeding their control. There is a wise saying that goes, when you try to please everyone, you lose yourself. And the narcissist depends on that loss. Because a person who knows their worth cannot be controlled. Why do you stay? This is the hardest truth. You are not weak for staying, but you must understand why you are staying. You stay because you hope they will change. You remember the good times. You feel responsible for their behavior. You fear starting over. You doubt yourself. But listen carefully. The person you fell in love with was a performance, not reality. A lie may run for a year, but the truth catches up. And the truth is this: you are holding onto an illusion. Every person has a limit, a moment where something inside you whispers, enough. It may come after one insult too many. It may come after one betrayal too deep. It might come after one night of crying too long. That moment is not anger, it is awakening. It is the return of your true self. A bird born in a cage thought flying was impossible until one day the door was left open. Freedom was always there. It just needed courage. Freedom begins with a decision, not a perfect plan, not total confidence, just a decision. I deserve better. So start small, speak your truth, set boundaries, stop over explaining, observe instead of reacting. You will feel uncomfortable, that is normal. You are breaking patterns. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Healing takes time, but every step away from control is a step towards freedom. Now, you need to let go without guilt. This is where many people struggle. Guilt. You may feel, what if they need me? What if I hurt them? What if I'm wrong? But remember, they did not feel guilty controlling you. There's an African proverb that says, do not set yourself on fire to keep others warm. You're not responsible for fixing someone who refuses to change. You are responsible for saving yourself. When you finally step out, something beautiful happens. Silence, peace, clarity. You begin to rediscover your voice, your joy, and your identity. You start to feel like yourself again. Stronger, wiser, and free. Until the lion learns to write, every story will glorify the hunter. For too long, the narcissist has been writing your story. It's time to take the pen back. You're not weak, you're not broken, you are not too much. You are simply in the wrong hands. Quit being the slave of someone who thrives on your confusion. Choose yourself, protect your peace, reclaim your life. One of the strongest tools you can use against a narcissist is something very simple: silence. Not weak silence, not fearful silence, but intentional silence. Narcissists feed on reactions. Your anger feeds them, your tears feed them, even your explanations feed them. When you stop reacting, something powerful happens. They lose control. Never wrestle with a pig. You both get dirty, but the pig enjoys it. So silence is not losing. Silence is stepping out of the fight they created. Now, boundaries are the lines the narcissist hate. A narcissist does not respect boundaries. Why? Because boundaries mean they cannot control you. When you say no, when you say I'm not comfortable with that, when you say I will not tolerate this, they may react with anger, mockery, guilt tripping, or manipulation. That is how you know your boundary is working. There's an African proverb that says, when there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. Your boundary is not for them, it is for you. Gaslighting is one of the narcissist's most dangerous weapons. They will say, that never happened. You are imagining things, you are too sensitive. Slowly you begin to doubt your own reality. You stop trusting your memory, you stop trusting your feelings, you stop trusting yourself. That is the goal. A woman kept being told by her partner that she was forgetful. Over time, she believed it. Later, she realized he was the one lying consistently. The truth had not changed, only her confidence in it had. A lie repeated often enough times begins to feel like the truth. Write things down, trust your instincts. Your reality is valid. Quit being the slave of narcissists, the addiction to chaos. Strange as it sounds, you can become addicted to the narcissist. Not to them, but to the cycle. The highs feel very high, the lows feel very low. This emotional roller coaster creates a powerful attachment. It feels like passion, intensity, deep connection, but it is not love. It is emotional dependency. Remember this African proverb that says the rain that beats you also makes you shiver. You're not in love with peace, you are used to chaos. Healing means learning to feel safe in calmness again. After leaving or distancing yourself, you may feel empty. That is normal. You have spent so much time adjusting yourself for a narcissist that you forgot who you really are, that you forgot who you are. So start asking yourself, what do I enjoy? What makes me happy? What do I believe in? Try new things, reconnect with old passions. There's a man who left a controlling relationship and realized he had stopped playing music, something he loved deeply. When he picked up his guitar again, he said, "It felt like meeting myself after many years." That is healing. There's the fear of being alone. Many people stay because they fear loneliness. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. Many people stay because they fear loneliness. But let's be honest, you are already lonely. even when they were right next to you. There's this wise saying, it is better to be alone than to be in bad company. Being alone gives you peace, it gives you clarity, it gives you space to grow. Being with a narcissist gives you confusion, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. So choose your struggle wisely. When a narcissist sees you pulling away, they often come back suddenly. They apologize, they act loving again, and they promise change. So this is called hoovering. They try to suck you back in. So be careful. The dog returns to its vomit. If there is no real change in behavior, the cycle will repeat. So do not be fooled by temporary kindness. Look for consistent actions, not words. Peace is your new priority. So protect your peace. Not winning arguments, not proving a point, not fixing them. Just peace. This may mean limiting contact, avoiding unnecessary conversations, choosing not to engage. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Your peace is not selfish, it is necessary. Surround yourself with truth. Healing is hard to do alone. You need supportive friends, you need honest conversations, and you need safe spaces. People who remind you that you're not crazy. People who remind you that you're not overreacting. People who remind you that you deserve better. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So choose people who speak truth, not those who silence it. There is a new standard for your life. This is where transformation happens. You no longer accept disrespect. You no longer accept manipulation. And you no longer accept emotional chaos. You begin to choose respect, you begin to choose honesty, and you begin to choose peace. Your standards change, and with them, your life changes. A woman once said, I stopped asking why they treated me badly and started asking why I allowed it. That question changed everything. You were never meant to live under someone's control. You were never meant to shrink yourself to make someone else comfortable. You are never meant to question your worth every day. Until you cross the bridge, you do not know its strength. You are stronger than you think. Freedom may feel scary, but it is also beautiful. Walk away from control. Walk towards yourself. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Click that like button, drop a comment or two below. All right. And hey, I don't mind if you can send some dollars, some super thanks in the super chat, to support this YouTube channel. Let's create awareness about narcissism. Thank you for watching this video. And please feel free to share it widely as possible. Thank you.